All right, so foot pain. I understand from what I got, the pain was at the top of the foot. So here's what I would do if I was experiencing this. Number one, I would always want to find out what was going on. So whether I need to speak with my physician or a physical therapist or a chiropodist, I would always want to know what's going on. Now, I'm far from a foot expert. However, what makes sense to me and the principles that we talk about here in this practice is that there's movement happening, like normal movement in all the joints. So what I would start with doing, if you can tolerate it, so if there's pain or it makes anything worse, I would stop and definitely make sure I'm getting an assessment. But in the meantime, what I would start to do is and you can see them, these are tendons, but there's bones in here too, underneath. And all I would do is slowly I would make sure that my foot is relaxed, and your partner or your husband or whoever, your kid, if they got good hands, can do this too. But one finger on this bone and the other on this bone, and then what I would do is I would just gently make sure that there's movement happening, that is gliding, and that it feels okay. I would do it here, and then I would do it. This is a little bit harder up here because this is where they connect. But I would start with doing that, and I would do that as many times as a day as I possibly could. I would just want to make sure that I'm bringing movement into my foot. The other thing that I would do is I would get a ball. So and I apologize for my feet, but there's 3 curves that you want your feet to have, or 3 arcs or arches. So there's this one here, and then there's a similar one on the outside here, and then there's this one that goes this way. So using a ball, very gently, I would make sure that, you don't have to apply a lot of pressure, but I would start with making sure that I am getting back to creating those arches to make sure that my foot is healthy. And not to say that this is going to solve the problem, but this will help make sure that your foot is moving well as you're waiting for an assessment, okay? Hope that helps.